Hello, Gemini. Thank you for stopping by. This is your first half of August 2020 Tarot and Oracle card reading. Hope you're doing well. August. Going through, I guess we're going to be going through Lionsgate. I'm still learning the astrology. I think it's like tarot. You always learn. We will always learn. There's always more to learn. Like life, right? Spirituality, relationships, soul. Learning about your soul. So the first card here is this is your situation. We're jumping right in. Let's go. Let's go. All right. This is the Knight of Raphael. So this is the Knight of Cups. This is somebody that's romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective, committed romantic relationships. Being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. This is a great time of heart energy, heart and joy. Great time of, somebody coming in, making an offer of love. And it could be, offering you maybe an offering of something that you truly desire, like something you love. Doesn't actually always have to be somebody, but it actually could be. Okay, so the next card, this is what crosses you. This is Change Your Life. This is Archangel Chamuel. And this is a Tower reverse. So, okay, we're going to talk about this. There might be some reflection on the past. What didn't work in the past. And if this is somebody that's returning from your past, and I don't really know that yet, it could be. Especially with the way Gemini's readings have gone in the last couple of years. But many people have had readings like this. But a lot of people are getting a new view on mistakes that they've made. And some people do need to make amends, including Geminis. We need to some areas also. We make mistakes like everyone else, of course. But if you're worried that the same thing is going to happen again, it's not, because this is not going to be a tower that's going to be rebuilt. It can't be. It cannot be. So if that means that you cannot restart with somebody, that's one thing. The other thing may mean that this cycle is over with this person and that the past is in the past. But you'll know based on your own intuition, your own analyzing of the situation. Okay, the next card is the best outcome in this situation. So here's the Five of Raphael, and this is the Five of Cups. And typically this would be regret and loss and, just looking at it and feeling bad about it. But this card has a different take on it, how everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. So you're being asked to consider if the best outcome is the lesson that was learned in this situation. What did you take out of this that was positive, out of the heartbreak that you experienced recently, or the one you may be experiencing now? And it could be even that a family member. What did you learn out of this, and how can you release the situation and take the information, because maybe you learn to find yourself by turning around and embracing your love for yourself. That's something that actually happens quite a bit when our heart is broken or we have great regret and pain. We learn to find new things and look at what we have left. And that is the correct answer, to consider what is left and to be appreciative and grateful for what we have. And what the lesson was, and how we're still able to get up and love again. So the next card is the Foundation. The Foundation is the Page of Gabriel reverse. So the Foundation may be, the Foundation could have been bad news, okay? Pages are always about information, but also could be, I haven't got energy for this anymore. I'm not going to rebuild this because, this is about not being able to rebuild it. I'm not going to rebuild it. And you're right. You're not. We're not. This is something that's gone. That's why the processing is so important. That's why moving forward with holding our own cup and loving ourselves, will bring the love that we desire into our life. The next card is the 10 of Gabriel. So sorry. It's the 10 of Wands, and this is the past. And I like this here because this is the end of a cycle of carrying everybody else's burden. And all the burdens that we, like, you're going up to someone, you're going, how did this get so heavy? And why do I have everybody else's burdens? So in the past, we may have needed to delegate and give people back what was theirs, and continue to carry what is ours and deal with what is ours, and let everybody else let their stuff fall where it may, and stop propping other people up. Just if they fall and if it ends, then so be it. That's the past. Here's the near future. Well, this is the Empress reverse. So this here, I haven't got any real people right now until this card. So this Empress reverse, it's a distorted feminine energy. Distorted feminine. Okay, that's because this person, it's not coming from a place of self-love or nurturing. She's distorted. So all of those, the divine feminine traits, like being able to build and being creative and being independent and being a wife, mother, that's all distorted. So she has none of those properties. She's more dependent. She can be a Taurus or a Libra, and they're out of balance, and they're not being honest or independent. And so this is somebody that's struggling. So if this represents you, for example, Gemini, you could be finding that you're just trying to get everything back that it appears that may have been lost. So having to rebuild your own foundation, but having to do it yourself. So it cannot be taken from you. Therefore, you didn't give so much of yourself away that somebody can take it. Okay? That's building in yourself because it was yours to build the whole time. Okay, the next card is you. 9 of Michaels reversed. And I like seeing this like this because it's getting past, being able to sleep again at night. Being able to say, yeah, I worked through all those thoughts that were holding me back, all the fears. Yeah, I'm done with that. Okay? And that is truly being done with the stuff that, the knives in our back, the fear in our bad dreams, our bad childhood, the universe and collectives, all of their daggers. Yeah, it all affects us. But this is moving from that. Sorry about the bump here. Okay, so the next card is the decision reverse. This is the environment and external influences. And this is good because this is basically the devil card, which is also Archangel Jophiel. This is also the card of Capricorn reversed, the devil card reversed. This is overcoming the environmental and external influences that were holding us back, that caused us, that we allowed to keep us stuck, that we allowed to keep us in fear, we allowed to keep us in a place of obsession, regression, chained to lower energies. Okay, so that's a great place. The next card is our hopes and fears. And this is the 9 of Raphael. Oh, I like this because your hopes and fears is your hopes is that it's time for your wishes to come true. And you're absolutely right. It is time for your wishes to come true, Gemini. Make a wish. Dreams become reality. A joyful time in life. Look at that. You clear the stuff out. You open the gates. You open the energy for the things you want. Okay. Knowing what you want now. It's time to put your wishes out there. Here's the outcome. Epiphany reversed. Okay, so this is the Hermit card, and to me, it looks like it's time to come out of this Hermit stage where you've done this process and you spent time alone. It's time to get out back into the world again, and so I'm just listening here. It's like the growth that you needed to do has been completed. And sometimes, though, I can hear you, that sometimes it says that you've been resistant to incorporate the lessons. Well, if you find that things are becoming stagnant again, that's your signal that I got to go back in because I'm blocking myself. So this is a reminder of where you were, that it's time to come out. But there are times in our lives when we have to go back into that hermit mode to connect back to our higher selves. And the House of Oshun, she calls that her star player, to your own star player, to your own path, to your own divine guidance. It is important to go back when we're stuck. But now it's time to make dreams come true and know that you're worthy of it. I like the fact that we've got 4 purple cards here. We have love here. We have moving forward in love. And, you might find that love is coming towards you also. Okay. We are going to pull one of these energy oracle cards. Okay, I'm just going to cut the deck and turn cornucopia. So I have cornucopia reversed. So this is the blocking of the abundance, the blocking of the wishes. And what else would you like to tell us about the blocking of the wishes, please? This is the angels and ancestors. We're going to cut this deck. The warrior, be fearless and stand strong. So when you find like that stagnant energy, I'm going to go back to this card. Funny how these roll out, right? When we get stuck in that, we understand that we must be fearless and stand in what we've been afraid to face. So whether that's somebody else, something outside of ourselves, because we have to conquer our own fear, or something within ourselves, that is time to do some work. Wishes are not enough if the work still needs to be done. And you may find that there is work that needs to be done, but you know what you want, your hopes and your fears. You hope, you have your wish. And so the work still needs to be done here. So I'm saying that again because they asked me to. Okay, so we're going to pull a couple cards from the Creativity Oracle. So I'm going to ask them what kind of work specifically. Let's go ahead and ask them that. Okay, this is risk. Be aware that you will have to beware. Be aware or you will have to beware. Do not deny the risks and hazards that you see. So that's why it's important to be fearless and stand strong. Be aware of your surroundings and be careful of what you are risking and make sure it's worth it. This is what I'm hearing. Be fearless and stand strong. Make sure you do things in the smartest way possible to minimize the risk. Precision. The desire to do things precisely is useful as long as it does not devolve into rigidity. So conquer your fear when you get to a place where you feel like you have all the details, and not to be so afraid that, because we can walk across the street, a really safe place, and still get hit, or we can get hurt. So to minimize the hazards, but not to allow fear completely debilitate you. Okay, is there anything else? There's something else. Okay. I do the best that I can. And I heard this even before I pulled this card. I could hear this. I'm not ready to face this. Then you're not ready to face that, and that's okay. That's okay, because you're doing the best you can. You know it needs to be changed. You understand your own fear. And if you were to go out while you're still in a great place of fear, then you could actually have more risk than waiting until you felt more brave, more confident, more, I mean, how do other people do things? How, how did I do this in the past? Really thinking it through to where you're comfortable, but not being so afraid that you can't open the door and step out. Okay. So there's a balance here. Doing the best that I can is understanding that you're just, perfectly imperfect as a human. That's why we're here to learn, They're asking me to do one more card. Okay. Sometimes when we come to the decisions, we have the epiphanies, we do the internal work. And we're looking at the lessons and the silver lining. It does still take time because change takes time. Even as a Gemini, as flexible as we are, we still have all of our thoughts and all of this information that we need to overcome as Geminis. And we have to balance our energy in our emotions. Without emotional balance, you have no balance, especially as a Gemini. Okay, so retreat into nature. That is really a good point. This is a beautiful card. Retreating into nature actually will help us. We can look at how birds, when they learn to fly, they jump out of the nest. They try and they wait till they feel like they're ready. And sometimes their parents have to push them out. So sometimes other things have to push us out there so we take the risk. And that's just the way it is. And if we're already out there, we might as well do it because we're out there, right? But other animals have different ways of being brave. And so I think you might see more than you would imagine you could see if you pay attention to nature, go for walks, or just sit in your backyard and watch the little critters everywhere. The ants that find that piece of dog food you left on the ground, and like how 84 of them will try to carry it away before you find them. I mean, it's amazing the way nature will grow. I mean, a blade of grass or tree will grow in between concrete. It took the risk that it could make it. And many do. Is it worth the risk? What can you do to help yourself feel better about whatever risk that you're considering right now? So, Gemini, you got this. No big deal. You're Gemini, and you're amazing. And I love you. You take care. And let me know if you need any help with anything, okay? Bye-bye.